right, Ernie Johnson here with NBA Drive on TNT Overtime. And, you know, the playoffs are coming up, and this big stretch of highway you see in front of us, see this, Javier? See this big stretch of highway? Interstate 85, leading from my home in Braselton, Georgia, down to Atlanta, about 45 minutes. But it's a drive we make every day, basically, during the playoffs, 40 games and 40 nights. And I usually make this drive, get down there early afternoon, 1, 2 o'clock, and then come home about 2 o'clock in the morning. And so a lot of times I can just put the car on autopilot and wake up when we get home. Not really, kids. But it's really a fun time of year. We can't wait for the playoffs to start. And it's going to be a good ride. It's going to be fun. The show itself kind of, does itself, but all the preparation work and all of that is what you have to get done. Reading the newspaper articles, etc., about all the teams, what players are saying going into the next game. That all goes into the homework and the prep before a telecast. Thanks for asking. Next question. You over there in the Cutlass. We hear from time to time a player will come out in a post-game interview and say, well, I heard what the guy said at halftime about our defense, or Sam Cassell said the other day, told Craig Sager after halftime, you tell those guys in the studio, Charles and Kenny, that I'm not washed up.
To my boys in the studio, Reggie, Kenny, Charles, not you, Ernie, this ain't for you. I'm older, but I'm still good, fellas. My body broke down on me, but once my body get better, wait till next year. I'm gonna show y'all what's up.
And so you're saying, well, they must be walking in and still have the TV on at halftime. And I'll be totally honest with you, I have never even given that a thought when we're doing a show, saying, oh, I better not say that, they might be watching. No, I mean, you just do your show, and if somebody hears it, fine. But it does make you kind of wonder what goes on in a halftime in a locker room in the NBA if the guys know what's going on TV. It's kind of weird. Hey, one thing I really like to do when I'm making this drive is get right up on somebody's bumper. I mean, it's no. Look at all this stuff hanging from my rearview mirror. You see all this stuff, Javier? All of this is my kid stuff. They're like graduation tassels from high school and stuff they made when they were kids. Isn't that just a lot of stuff? Look at this speed racer. My daughter gave me this speed racer. My daughter Maggie gave me this speed racer thing because she got a speeding ticket and thought it would be funny to give me that after we took care of that in court. She's a riot. Yeah. Oh, and there is one thing I have to make sure I do. In fact, in the next 24 hours or so, I'm one of the voters for the postseason awards. And so I've got my entire ballot filled out, ready to email to the NBA office. But I still have to make that final decision on who the MVP of the league is. And, everybody's talking about it. It's a two-man race. It's, is it Steve Nash? Is it Dirk Nowitzki? And, you know what? When I'm in a quandary like that, there's only one thing I can do as I check in with my ID. I'm glad I bumped into you. Who's the MVP? Steve Nash or Dirk Nowitzki?
Nowitzki.
Thank you. See you.
Have a good one.
You too. That was easy.